morning, a big hello if you are watching. In this video, you will learn a little about the great American politics. We represent Santa Maria University in Caracas, Venezuela. Our group is formed by Débora Yépez, María Casanova, Aldo Peinado, Victoria Álvarez, Diviana Blanco, Vielma, Elisa Cedeno, Ildemar Ledezma, and this girl talking, Camila Royero.
Currently, the United States government is based on a presidential and federal anarchy. Government has limited power enumerated in the US Constitution. Its form of government is known as presidential democracy because there is a president. The election of the president is indirect through the use of compromises of large electors. Reminder, the power of the president rests not only in the jig of states, but also the executive branch and the ability to make some decisions of the legislative branch.
Of course, there are levels of government: the federal level, the state level, and the county or local level. The leaders of these territorial administrations are elected by voters by universal suffrage or appointed by other elected officials. To cut the corners, we can say that the main political parties are the Republican Party and the Democratic Party, which dominate the political scene and are considered by some to be a two-party democracy. Other minor parties are the Green Party, the Constitution Party, and the Libertarian Party. However, they have practically no representation since the Democratic and Republican parties have more than 95% of the territorial representation.
The USA's Constitution of September 17, 1509, 5 with its 70 articles and 27 subsequent amendments, divided the United States as a republic with a representative and federal system with three divided, separate powers that balance each other and administered in its executive branch by a president-elect for a term of 4 years with a possible re-election for 1 more term.
To let the cat out of the bag, referring to Trump's foreign policy, he was a supporter of Brexit, and during his 2016 presidential campaign that was partly parallel to the referendum process that originated the Brexit, he openly supported people involved in that cause. Once the decision to leave the EU was made, Trump not only celebrated the decision but also warned of future new exits. Already as president since January 2017, on several occasions he expressed his position to the supranational idea represented by the EU and questioned the appropriateness of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, also known as NATO. He also refused to give continuity to the Paris Agreement signed by the administration prior to his that established measures for the reduction of greenhouse gas emissions.
Now, the elephant in the room. On January 27, Trump signs Executive Order 13769 that may restrict the indefinite entry of refugees from the Syria civil war into the United States. Bans are citizens of Iran, Iraq, Syria, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and Yemen from entering the United States for 19 days. The order sparks international criticism. A lawsuit by the American Civil Liberties Union, detention of legal Muslims, travelers at several international airports, and Iran announced a ban on entry of US citizens into the country until the ban is lifted.
Biden investments plan.
Revitalize the communities from all the corners of the country to make sure nobody is left behind. There are two main low-income communities, and these are currently the most affected. The way of infrastructures that whose how the cookies crumbles. Biden will impose the federal inversion in those neighborhoods to ensure that everybody has access to clean water well, pavement street broadband of high velocity and safe school, offer to tens of millions of people in the USA new options of transport. Biden will work to make sure that the new fast-growing areas are decent and will have in consideration the public transport. He will create a specific program that will provide to the fast-growing communities the resources to build options for public transport for the beginning.
6. Support the U.S. portuary infrastructure. Biden will ensure that all the tariffs that are collected for the Port Maintenance Trust Fund are utilized to improve and rebuild the U.S. entry ports. And he will work with the labor unions to guarantee that the load whose destiny is the U.S. are unloaded in the country and not in Canadian ports to avoid portuary taxes. 7. Monitor the lead and other pollutants and hold the polluters accountable. Biden will demand the state and local governments to monitor the water system in search of lead and other pollutants. He will also provide the resources to do it. He will work with EPA and the Department of Justice to demand accountability to the polluter business and make sure that they comply with the regulation and prosecute violation. 8. Invest $100 billion to modernize the school of the country. Every year, the country subfinances the schooler infrastructure with $46 billion, and because of this, the country ends with obsolete, unsafe schools, and in some cases, this results in kids and teachers getting sick and affected. This led Biden to let the cat out of the bag with his issue and invest $100 billion. This fund will be used to address the health risk, and additional funds will be utilized to build cutting-edge, innovative school energy efficient with technology and laboratories to prepare the students for future jobs. Piece of cake.